again, YouTube. This is Dr. Kendo, and I'm back with Scribblenauts Unlimited, and we're making a unique special item right here. I'm just typing in lots of copies of when you type in man. So this is just a man. What in the world are we editing with a man? Well, it's a request from lots of different people, such as Tamari773, who said, how about a Scribblenauts Kendo family? She said, Apple's already there, but you can do you and Mrs.Kendo. And of course, it doesn't stop there. I've also had some people saying, Dr. Kendo, you should make Dr.Kendo, such as Sweekoon Dude 1, Riley Dempsey, Evan Gregory, Micah or Mika Cambridge, The Robot Creation, and Elex Swales. So they've all asked for a Dr. Kendo. I do record live, but I do a lot of post-production editing to the audio and the video. So in post, I'm definitely gonna have to show you pictures of myself so that you can compare. I'm actually gonna do, I think, college Kendo, because college Kendo was very different than current Kendo, I guess you could say. So college Kendo had spiked hair. That's how I used to wear my hair, and so I'll definitely have to put up some pictures of that so you guys can see. And I always wore red Converse, and I often wore blue t-shirts. That was like my favorite color of t-shirt. Now I wear like blue and white. I mean, it's still mostly the same, but it's all pretty self-explanatory what I'm doing in the editing and whatnot. You can see all of my movements here. And in the Dragon Ball Z commentary where I did Goku and Vegeta and I did their Super Saiyan forms and things, I did Horn for their spiked hair. I'm not going to be that crazy with it here. I'm going to try and just see what hair looks like. I mean, this is coming together somewhat. It's just hair itself is kind of this little tuft of hair, and so I'm just gonna make a whole bunch of them and try to make them spikes for spiky-haired college Kendo. But yeah, it has a chance of looking a little bit strange, just because, of course, in Scribblenauts Unlimited, a lot of the problems, I guess, of unrealistic-looking items comes with the fact that there are outlines, you know, so everything has a black outline around it, you know, and you can't, like, get rid of the outline, and so all of this hair looks like lots of different hairs pieced together instead of just, like, one full head of hair. So, unfortunately, it won't be very easy, I guess, to fully represent that. I mean, how could you make a real-life person in Scribblenauts and, like, actually make it look like a real-life person, you know what I mean? So there's no way I'm gonna, you know, get this, like, super close to looking like a actual human being. I mean, it's all cartoony anyway in Scribblenauts, and so we've named this College Kendo. I'm gonna give myself tons of health! And I was crazy fast at running back then. Of course, even in college, maybe, but especially now I am not. It's not that I'm like well, yeah, I'm out of shape, but my body is still like skinny and everything, and I still look fit. It's just that I'm kind of out of shape, I would say. So there's going to be some scripting that I want to do for all of the characters that I'm making. So right now I'm just doing the scripting so that man, none of these are working. I'm trying to do like that whenever he sees basically women or females, which neither of those two worked, and now girls doesn't work. So I've got an idea. I'm just gonna do beauty. So whenever College Kendo sees beauty, I want to go into this scripting and basically do the animations and the emotions so that he can convey an emotion, or what is it? Express an emotion. That's what I'm looking for. So that he can express an emotion, and you know, College Kendo was in the dating scene still. That was where I met Mrs. K, was in college, and so I'm gonna do flowers because, you know, when you're going on dates and stuff, you're getting them flowers. Although you should never stop getting flowers, men out there. You should never stop, even after you've been married or even after you've been together for a long time. None of that. So, okay, what do we got now? I'm gonna have to probably throw up another picture, of course, for current Kendo, but that's what I'm gonna make now. So just using the man again. I don't think that I'm gonna have hair that really represents me with my current style of hair. So I'm just gonna do this dude who kind of has more of a fro than I actually do. But I am looking at pictures for all of these, and I'm gonna have this picture pulled up for Mrs. K as well when I'm designing her in the object editor here for Scribblenauts. So I am kind of looking at these pictures, and they are gonna be the ones that I will make sure to show on screen for all of you guys so that you can see what I'm comparing to. And so current Kendo is pretty easy, it seems. And so I want to distinguish current Kendo. I'm just gonna make him DJ for his source audio and what people react to him as. So that kind of lessens the pool, I guess, of men or male characters that Mrs. K's Scribblenauts character is gonna express emotions to, because I think for current Kendo and for Mrs. Kendo, I'm gonna make them express the heart emotion. But first, I just need to get through the beginning scripting, and then we do express an emotion. And so, yes, one of these is a little pink talk bubble, and it has a heart inside of it. So that's what I'm going to make Dr. Kendo and Mrs. Kendo show above their heads when they see each other. And so making Dr. Kendo right here, the current Dr. Kendo, making him be a DJ or musician or whatever, I can then, when I'm editing Mrs. Kendo's scripting, I can just make it so that she reacts just to DJs or musicians and does that. So again, it'll kind of narrow down the pool of men who she shows a heart to. And I mean, what is marriage but showing a heart above your head for the other person? I only show a heart above my head for Mrs. K in life. That's what I'll say. And so I've got this other scripting that I want to do. I actually kind of have a lot of scripting in mind that I could do. I made the behavior for current Kendo here to use stones, and that's because when I was creating my blue shell, which was one of the first objects I created in the object editor, and I was also one of the first to ever get that out on YouTube and in Punctuation Plaza. No one else had created blue shells then. Now you could probably find other ones, but I was like one of the first ones ever, if not the first one, because I didn't see them anywhere on social networks. I didn't see them on YouTube. I didn't see them anywhere. I made the behavior use stones because my blue shell, the base item, was a rock. And so of course I've also got my Dr. Kendo here. I've got this one to be a fire-breathing Dr. Kendo because I also had another request that said make a fire-breathing Dr. Kendo. That was from X Fire Luigi 600X. And so of course I want to distinguish him a little bit from the normal current Kendo. And so Dr. Kendo here, this is the generic current Kendo. I know this is probably getting confusing for everybody, but this non-fire breathing one I'm gonna make wear sunglasses because towards the end of college, it was actually a little bit halfway through college probably, and up till now, I've collected aviator sunglasses. You know, they look like the Ray-Bans kind of, but you can't really type aviators or Ray-Bans into Scribblenauts and the sunglasses won't come up. So I just typed in sunglasses and put sunglasses on them. So I've got to do all the scripting again for current Kendo here to do not only the blue shell, but the Mrs. Kendo stuff and all of that, and I want him to use microphones. So if you ever drop down a microphone or a musical instrument, I want him to use those and stuff. And so, of course, because Dr. Kendo, you know, I'm crazy on the mic, so I want to make sure that that is represented. And so it doesn't look exactly like me by any means, but hey, I mean, again, it's just going to be a cartoony representation of me. It looks like I have more of a fro than I actually do, but the current me has my hair up all the time anyway, the front part of my hair at least, not really the back, but the front. And so it looks like the blue shell thing worked because we dropped some blue shells and looks like that's working out good. So what I want to do now is go over to Edwin's farm. I like to do this whenever I have like a fight scene going on or some kind of something that I want to basically have a wide open space. So I'm creating this hostile man because I want the Kendos to use the, oh gosh, at point blank range. So that didn't work exactly how I thought it would, but I was making the Kendos attack these crazy hostile people that I'm putting them up against. And so a lot of the characters in Scribblenauts, if you don't attach the adjective brave, they'll just run away when something attacks them. So I like to attach brave as an adjective whenever I can. And so yeah, gosh, I mean, these Kendos are not using their blue shells very well because they're doing it at point blank range, so it's blowing themselves up. They need to throw it from far back. And so now I'm going to test fire-breathing Kendo by putting this bee out, and that's awesome! The fire in this game looks so sweet. So now let's make some more angry things to throw at him. Angry, evil, strong man. Oh man, he staved him. That was awesome. Oh boy, I could have way too much fun with this. The fire breathing just looks so great in this game. Of course, I've done a fire breathing giant owl in one of my episodes and whatnot. Now we are fire breathing all over this giant. But anyway, now I want to test, of course, the other scripts that I've got. I'm having too much fun with the fire breathing. So let's put out a guitar just because I have musical instruments. Yep, okay, that works out. Sweet. So Kendo will play musical instruments or microphones if you set them down. I guess microphone has to be audio accessories. I forgot about that. It's not just microphone, but it's like if you just do audio or audio accessories, it always has those general categories when you're doing scripting instead of like a really specific thing. So, you know, whatever, but it works because we've got the microphone here that Dr. Kendo has used. And so I have used this item before, but I was thinking to myself, you know, how am I going to make Mrs. Kendo? I should make her starting with a beauty everybody knows that that's how I think of Mrs. K. So I'll be sure again to post some pictures in the post-production of this and show you guys, what Mrs. Kendo, my wife, looks like. And Mrs. K is notorious for wearing bows in her hair, as you can see in the picture. And so I'm going to mostly go off of this picture that I'm looking at. Again, I'll show it on the video when I'm editing all this down. And the bow that she has in her hair here is white, and she's wearing a plaid skirt. And so the way that I found this was I had to basically replace the head that comes normally on the beauty by default and just do woman. And so when you type in woman, it can do a various amounts of, woman heads right there. And so one of them is this blonde woman who has a sweater on. And so I'll actually need that same woman's arms to make Mrs. Kendo's arms, because she's got a sweater in the picture, and the beauty has a dress instead of a sweater. So I'm trying to make this look like a sweater instead of a dress. And so, of course, I colored the bow white and, of course, made the hair brunette instead of blonde. And so now we just gotta color everything correctly. She was wearing a gray sweater, and the plaid skirt is black, white, and gray plaid. So this all should be good, I think. So sweet. So now we've got some scripting and some health settings to do and whatnot. We'll give Mrs. K some health here and make her just a little bit stronger. And so let's see, we gotta, of course, add some scripts down at the bottom. So whenever she sees an object, again, I said that it was DJ. Oh, okay, so DJ's not gonna show up. We need to do musicians, it looks like. So musicians, and whenever she sees a musician, she's going to have the heart above her head. And so obviously, again, I'm doing this so that when she sees the Dr.Kendo musician Scribblenauts character, she will do these settings that I am doing right now. So looking good. Okay. And I want it to also be that whenever she equips a microphone, oh yeah, I didn't learn my lesson. Microphone is not just microphone, it's got to be audio accessories. Whenever she equips that, she is going to gain an adjective. Where is that? Gain an adjective. Okay, add an adjective. That's what I'm looking for at the top here. And so she's going to gain the adjective singing. So I want her basically to see the mic and equip it. And to make her equip it, we got to go into behaviors. So that in behaviors, you just do use, and you can make it like musical instruments. You can make it audio accessories again. So I'm just going to try and do a lot of things, kind of just cover all of the bases here so that she'll grab microphones and sing into them. And so whenever she grabs it and equips it, she will become singing Mrs. Kendo. And that's what we wanted. So that's cool. Looks like the heart thing is already working for Dr. Kendo, and oh, yep, for Mrs. Kendo too. Isn't that so sweet? They love each other. And yes, we absolutely do love each other. We are crazy about each other, and we have been together for a little over 4 years. Our dating anniversary is May 1st, and our wedding anniversary, the very first wedding anniversary, is going to come up on September 1st, because we got married on September 1st, 2012. I will actually show footage of that, of our wedding, at some point. I just need to edit it all down and whatnot. But as the very first request came through, we also want to create Apple, who Tamari773 realized that Apple was already there because she probably saw on the backpack that we already had Apple. So I will show a video of Apple, of course, in the post-production, and maybe a picture or something like that, just so you know what Apple looks like. He's our sweet little dog who actually has eaten like 6 or 7 of my best headphones. I love this pair of headphones that I need, and they're extremely rare, so it's hard to find them. And this was actually something that I referenced in a birthday rap, actually, back in October of last year. I should actually show you guys that clip, too. So long as a Ken dog doesn't eat more of my headphones, there will be raps in store. He was always eating my headphones. Apple, he's crazy. And so whenever you type in headphones and put them down for him, he'll eat them. So yes, he eats audio accessories. That's very much like him in real life right now. He's a little puppy. I mean, he's like 15 months old now. And Hill actually will be coming up on our anniversary of when we got him too. That's going to be May 29th. He also eats our shoes. He's eaten plenty of Mrs. Kendo's shoes, but he's eaten some of mine too. So I've made it so that he eats shoes in the game. What doesn't he eat? Jeez. I think we also have it set for food. We made Apple a long time ago, and Mrs. Kendo actually had a big influence on the design of Apple in my game here. So much of the credit goes to her. She made it look really good, and that was when we both didn't really know how to do a whole lot in the object editor. So she mostly just made a dog that was black and made it really hairy, because that's what Apple is. He's just this hairy black dog. He's actually a Labradoodle, and he's not a designer Labradoodle, but somebody basically abandoned him at our old apartment when we had moved in there last year. It was soon after, it was like a week or two after we had moved in. This dog just came up to me and basically didn't let me go inside the apartment without him. He said, "I'm coming in too, right?" And so, long story short, we've got Apple now, and he's not a designer Labradoodle, but he is a Labradoodle. He's 50% lab, 25% poodle, and 25% other breeds. But anyway, you see me editing another Dr. Kendo, and this one is a request that somebody said, "I have a challenge for you." They said, "Make yourself, but flying, evil, giant, fast, and holds a custom-made weapon. The weapon can be by any choice, but custom." And so that was from Lord Higgy1, or is that Lord Higil? So yeah, anyway, he said to make me evil and giant and all that, so I've made myself huge, of course, and to make it more evil, I did gargoyle wings. I could have done bat wings, but I've used those before in some of my Scribblenauts commentaries, so I just wanted to show some new-looking wings here. And so we've got this evil Dr. Kendo, who is giant and fast, and oh my god, I forgot, since he's evil, he's gonna chase after me! Damn. And so we gotta give him a custom weapon, but he's probably gonna kill me with it! Well, the custom weapon was the blue shell, because that is something I custom made. But what else would I use, right? A blue shell. So anyway, I just want to thank everybody for viewing, and thank you for so much support. And I was happy that so many people wanted to see me make myself and my family. That's pretty cool. And so for the outro, I'm gonna go ahead and capture it without commentary, but I will show you guys actually the two other characters that I made. It's the bride and groom Kendos. Dr. Kendo as a groom and Mrs. Kendo as a bride. For those who don't know, we wore these awesome Mickey hats that my Mickey hat had groom clothing, and Mrs. Kendo's had the bride clothing and like a veil on it and everything. We wore Mickey hats at our honeymoon because we were at Walt Disney World for our honeymoon. That's where we went, and we stayed in the animal kingdom, and it was so epic. I wish I could go back already. Jeez. We actually wore those also at the reception of our after the wedding ceremony, of course, and danced to A Whole New World. So our little ode to our Disney vacation that we were about to take the next day after our wedding. Hopefully you guys will enjoy that for the outro, and of course I appreciate it so much again. So I'll catch you on the next vid, and thanks for viewing.
What kind of method? What is the price? Where's the place to go to live paradise? How in the world is the spirit so low? Tough to break the cycle when you're all alone.
On the day